Ah yes, the infamous backlog, that ever-growing list of games we swear we'll eventually get to, but somehow it just keeps expanding. And really, how can we resist? When games go on Steam sales for $2, we would be fools not to buy them. Add in PlayStation Plus and Game Pass consistently dropping new titles into our laps and boom. It's like taking a drink from a fire hose, except the water is video games. So how do we deal with it? How do we escape this swirling whirlpool of untouched titles and actually start playing the games we've already committed to? Let's rewind for a second and think about where this whole idea of a backlog even came from. According to Google, a backlog is an accumulation of something, especially uncompleted work or matters that need to be dealt with. I think that says a lot right there. Calling our backlogs uncompleted work hits a little too close to home. Gaming is supposed to be fun, and we all know work isn't fun. So how do we get into this mess? How do we all end up with a pile of games, digital or physical, that we genuinely want to play but never seem to have the time or energy for? Here's how I think it started. As kids, most of us only had a handful of games. You get one for your birthday, maybe another for the holidays, and that was it for the year. Which meant you ended up playing those games over and over till you knew every square inch by heart. Then, one day, you're at a relative's house and they have this awesome game you've never seen before. Let's say it's Medieval for the OG PlayStation. You watch your cousin play through the first level, eyes wide with awe, the graphics, the sound, the spooky aesthetic. But just as it's about to be your turn, it's time to go home. And on the ride back, you make a mental note. One day, I'm totally playing that game. Boom, there it is, the beginning of your backlog. As time went on, the list grew. You saw new games in magazines, on TV, at friends' houses. Your wish list expanded faster than your actual library ever could. Then came the internet. Trailers, YouTube, Twitch, and suddenly, you weren't just exposed to a handful of games, but the hundreds, thousands. And before you knew it, you had a treasure chest of digital adventures just waiting to be opened. But the sheer size of it is kinda terrifying. So now what? What do we actually do about it? First, we have to face a tough reality. If we're serious about playing the games we already own, we can't play every new release. There's just not enough time. If you try to keep up with every big title that drops, your backlog is gonna stay buried forever. That can be a hard pill to swallow if you love the thrill of a new game release. I'm not saying you can't play any new games, but maybe skip a few. And that's okay. Here's a trick I like to use. Let's say the next big game release isn't really your thing. Instead of grabbing it just because everyone else is, try finishing whatever game you're currently playing before the release date. Then, on launch day, instead of buying the new thing, pick a backlog game you already own and start it that day. Treat it like your own private launch event. Do that a few times a year and you'll be shocked how much progress you make. That's what happened to me recently with Batman Arkham Asylum. I was scrolling through my digital Xbox library like I was rifling through a dusty old closet, and there it was, practically glowing. I forgot I even had it. I probably picked it up on some sale years ago. And the best part is, it's actually a great game, and I'm excited to see it through to the end. There are a ton of backlog management systems out there. Spreadsheets, priority rankings, color-coded charts, you name it. But I need something simple. No graphs, no algorithms, no math, just a straightforward, low-pressure system that doesn't make gaming feel like homework. Here's what works for me. Go through all your games on each platform. As you browse, make a note of any game that genuinely excites you. Not maybe someday, but I want to play this soon. Then walk away, go make lunch, pet your dog, fold some laundry. When it's finally time to sit down and start something new, pull out that list and pick the game that calls to you the most in that moment. If a couple stand out, just break the tie with something simple. Go alphabetically, flip a coin, roll a dice, or ask someone nearby to choose for you. The point is to pick a game before you're staring at a screen full of options. Because the moment you fire up that console or PC and see that wall of choices, it's like turning on Netflix. Next thing you know, you've spent 30 minutes scrolling and still haven't decided what to play. That's decision paralysis. Our brains simply can't handle having too many options. It's like some leftover caveman instinct. Back then, your choices were eat a fish, try some weird berries, or munch on a handful of dirt. Simpler times. So make it easier on yourself. Decide first, then play. Of course, even with the game picked out, it's easy to feel like you're missing out when a brand new title takes over the internet. You see it on YouTube, hear about it on podcasts, see memes, read threads, and suddenly it feels like the whole world is playing it while you're over here working your way through the BioShock collection. And sure, what you're playing is great, but it's easy to feel like you're left out of the conversation. The trick is reminding yourself that that's okay. A lot of hype games burn out fast, and what you're playing has already proven it can stand the test of time. This is all about mindset. You gotta be in a good place with your gaming journey. Whether you're playing a 10-year-old gym or diving into something new, it should be something you want to play, not something you feel pressured into because of internet buzz. In the end, there's only one thing that matters, and that's having fun. Gaming is a hobby, a time waster, an escape from the boring parts of everyday life. There are a million different ways to enjoy it, but the one rule that always applies is this: if you're not having fun, something's wrong. That doesn't mean you need to be grinning from ear to ear every second. Games can be sad, frustrating, or even scary, but those emotions still feed into a satisfying experience. And if you're really not enjoying something, toss it. Backlog Purgatory is always open for new residents. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you've got your own backlog strategies you'd like to share or want to recommend a great older game, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you've discovered. And if you're enjoying this kind of content, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to Goose Quest. See you next time.